for serving God, jail time. What's next?
For the first time in more than 30 years, Pastor and First Lady Harriet Clark had to hold church service without her husband by her side. Back in June, a judge granted an injunction that would prohibit the church from using sound amplifying devices like drums or a microphone between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. On multiple occasions, officers were called to the church and said that their worship was too loud.
They're trying to tell us not to worship, not how to worship, how not to worship. Our services don't start till 7:30, so they're telling us we only have 30 minutes to worship.
Thomas Borders has been a member of the church for 20 years.
We didn't build a church on the house. They built the house on the church.
Borders believes that their rights are being violated because they can't praise God in their own way. He says the real problem is that the city noise ordinance isn't specific. All the ordinance says is if the noise is deemed a nuisance to the public.
It's left solely up to the neighbors to say whether it's a nuisance to them, it's irritating to them, it's bothersome to them. Well, you can get a weed eater and go outside, and if they complain about the weed eater, it's nothing to be done. But when it comes down to worshiping God, then now it's a problem.
The church has owned the property for several years, and they think it's not fair that they are being punished because of the close proximity of their new neighbors. Clark says this whole thing is just a headache, and she believes the only solution is to soundproof the building, which will be very expensive.
Everybody's just praying that this will be settled. But the only way that I know it's going to be settled look like is for us to go into all this heavy expenses to soundproof our church.
The First Lady was also given a citation. Now the judge says that she can pay the fine, and if she doesn't, she will have to serve 12 days in jail.